Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens and their chances of winning the AFC North. Now, real quick before I get into this video, just want to say, if you do enjoy live streams, if you do enjoy football content, I have plenty of it, and plenty more is coming out. So if you do like that stuff, make sure to subscribe, put that bell on, and like the video. Now let's get back into the video. So, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to talk about them a little bit and give you my thoughts on whether they're going to win the AFC North or not, and their chances of winning the AFC North. If you look at first, we're going to talk about the other teams in the AFC North. I think, the least threats are the Steelers and the Bengals. I think the Steelers are talented. They have really good defense. Their offense needs some work, but they have good receivers. I think it's more so their offensive line and running game. They definitely need to try and help Big Ben over there in the offense, and that's what one of the biggest issues was last year. And then you go to the Bengals. Bengals are talented, very young, talented team, but I still think the Bengals are a year or two away from being on the same level of the Ravens and the Browns. And the biggest threat to the Ravens and the AFC North is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are one of the best teams in the NFL, with so much freaking talent. They have Baker Mayfield, he has really come into his own, and he's really been he was a really great quarterback down the stretch of the season last year, and he really propelled this Browns team to the playoffs and to playoff victory. So the Ravens now, the Ravens are a really talented team, really good defense, really good offense, but they did lose some pieces last year. But I think they regained them, and I think they'll be fine. If you go to Lamar Jackson, extremely good runner, one of the most stressful quarterbacks to play against, one of the most stressful quarterbacks to watch your team go against. And then you look at, the wide receivers, Marquise Brown, Tylan Wallace, Rashad Bateman. They really made some big upgrades. They have Miles Boykin. Some really good weapons for Lamar Jackson now. So, Lamar Jackson really doesn't have any excuses for not having any weapons. And then you go back to the backfield with Lamar. You have J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, two extremely talented young backs. And, the offensive line is pretty good, too. They signed Kevin Zeitler to upgrade that offensive line. They do have Ronnie Staley. Those are just some of the players that they have on the offensive line that are really good offensive linemen. They did lose Orlando Brown, but I think they'll be fine because they're, trying to get a guy there, but I think they'll be fine. So, and then you go to defense. Cornerbacks, probably the best cornerback group in the NFL. Jimmy Smith, Jason Peters, and Marlon Humphrey. All top 10 quarterbacks in my opinion. Cornerbacks. Maybe Jimmy Smith is top 15. Nonetheless, three extremely talented cornerbacks that you cannot sleep on. You cannot sleep on any of these guys. Any of these guys could lock down your number one receiver. All of these guys could easily lock down a 2 or a 3. And they're all versatile. They could play in the slot. They could play on the outside. They could play everywhere. So this cornerback group is very versatile, and it's really scary. And the defense line is really good. Calais Campbell, Jason Owe, they drafted him. They really got some nice players on the defense line. They're gonna have to develop a little bit as well. But the Ravens are a really good team, and the Ravens are going to be a scary team. But then, if you shift your focus to the linebackers, they're not that scary. They do have their guy in Patrick Queen, but outside of Patrick Queen, I think they need a little more. And if you go to safety, free safety is really not it. They definitely need to look for a free safety. Although I do like the guy out of TCU that they got, who went undrafted. I think that was one of the better undrafted free agent signings. But yeah, I'm really excited to see. So, my final thoughts on the Ravens and their chances of winning the AFC North. I think that the Browns win the AFC North. I'm very behind the Browns. I think the Browns are more well put together right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the Ravens are a bad team. By no means are the Ravens a bad team. The Ravens are one of the better teams in the NFL. But the Browns, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And I think the Browns are a top 5 team in the NFL. The Ravens, I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if they're still, top 5. I think they're top 7, top 10. But top 5, I don't think so. I think you got your Chiefs, your Packers if Aaron Rodgers stays there. You have your Rams. And then you have, I already said Chiefs. But you have your Bills. Maybe the Colts. But I don't know. It all depends on how the year goes. If Cleveland struggles, and if, I don't know, for some reason they just struggle, and, they don't play as well as we think they will, which is very possible. That's a Cleveland thing, but I don't think Cleveland is at Cleveland no more. And I think it's Cleveland's time to shine, and I think they're going to win the AFC North. But like I said, just because I think they're going to win doesn't mean that I don't think the Ravens are not going to make the playoffs. I think they will. It doesn't mean I think they're a bad team. But they're an extremely talented team. One of the better teams in the NFL, like I said. Top 10 team in the NFL. But I don't think they're going to win their own division. I don't think they're the best in their own division. So that's going to be it for this video. I do appreciate you guys for watching. And if you did enjoy, like I said, leave a like, leave a sub, put on those post notifications, and I thank you for tuning in. And as always, I'll catch you next time.